Hello, everybody. This is a venue of closure. Today, we have a scene in this closure venue where the Baroness Lainey Nee Fiona. She is in a stronghold of Brooklyn, upstairs, getting ready for a coronation of herself. And she will hear a knock at the door.
Well, she's actually already ready. She's probably sitting down, sipping a glass of wine, waiting, actually. But I'm sure there's other people around.
This was your personal room. Most of the people out. You know the from the soft knock. It's the event organizer that you have.
Okay, well, yeah, she'll go open the door then.
The She enters, without like waiting for you because like she knocked and she enters and she says, "Your Excellency."
She just blinks for a second and says, "Well, not quite yet."
Well, the Countess Aurelia, Count Timothy, Count Amare, your oh, see, what was the word for Laney and Margrim?
They were courting.
Yeah.
I'm not sure what the correct term for that would be, but she could just say, Baron Mogram, and that would cover it.
Yeah. Your court has arrived along with the Duke. Many individuals has arrived, but there is another guest that arrived in a very surprising way.
Okay.
High Lord. She actually like stops when she says High Lord to like see like hear her like does she does something like like because she can't see she's blind. She's like,
well, her eyes narrow, but you certainly wouldn't say that.
yeah.
You wouldn't see that. So her eyes sort of narrow, and she'll say, "Which High Lord?"
High Lady Rasmites of House Fiona.
Oh my. Apparently I am important.
Well, you are, Your Excellency. You're a countess now. Oh, see, with your politics score, the counts and dukes are, and the kings and queens has connection to the high ladies and the high lords.
Well, she at this point has not actually met her.
Yes.
So, she will nod and she'll say, "Okay." Has Sir Dimitri shown up?
Yes, he is. The Knight Commander is gathering the older knights and the guards. As you know, the Baron Jonathan will be here, so the security needs to be uptight. Not everybody likes red caps, sadly.
Yes. Well, speaking of red caps, is I just wanted to make sure that the rest of the people that I'm worried about are also there. So, Rancor is my father here?
Your father is here. He is talking with the Baroness Robin Jolstoni Lunid.
Rancor is very good at talking.
Your father, I mean. Your father was talking with the Baroness Jolstoni Lunid. It's almost one of your barons. Soon to be.
Yeah, no, she nods at that and she says that's fine. My father's been known to help with managing my barony before. He has a lot of skills. Okay, I just want to make sure that they're here because well, as you understand, some people in my life are important. So,
of course, I understand, Your Excellency.
Yes.
The I have done the equivalent of the list. First, there will be your coronation, oaths, gift ceremony, the first dance, food.
There has to be a first dance. She sounds a little confused by this because it's not a wedding, you know?
It's basically an opening requested by Duke himself.
Am I to dance with the Duke? Or do
I
I choose my dance partner?
I assume you would dance with your court, but I wouldn't want to assume.
I mean, that's who I would choose.
This is your coronation, milady.
Yes, but the Duke certainly outranks me.
I don't think he gets to dictate. That's a poor form, but well, I'm not gonna lie, Your Excellency. As she like slowly closes the door, you know my unofficial title.
Yes, Margam told me.
And there's a certain interest towards you from him.
Margam senses it as well, I think.
Lord Mogram is wise.
She just starts to laugh for a second.
In many ways. I am actually educated by him.
I won't deny that he has his own kind of wisdom. He is very good with a lot of things. It is something that I will deal with.
I'm here to serve you, not him, but well. He isn't from my house.
I
As a knight,
understand.
as a knight, I will do my best to serve you.
That said, I don't want someone who's just going to keep saying yes, ma'am, no, ma'am. If you have an opinion, I ask that you tell me.
I will have a very bad job if I was a yes man. She smiles.
I just thought I'd mention it because leadership styles differ from person to person, and I prefer to hear what people have to say.
Well, Baron, the Count Alil, Countess Alil is known to like hearing yes. Oh, see, remember there was a countess in Staten Island?
Yes, I do.
Should I announce your presence and arrival?
And she's going to look at the time, see if it's make sure it is a time that works. She does, I think, have at least etiquette 2 or 3.
Mm-hmm. It
She's
is a
going to make sure that
fitting time.
it's an appropriate time. Yeah, she will nod. Yeah, I will follow you. You can announce, and I will go down those big fancy stairs that Vlad loves so much.
She nods. She will slowly leave, as she's a blind person. She needs to make sure that she walks safely.
Oh yeah, I'm sure she probably puts a hand on the wall.
Yeah.
And she doesn't offer to help because that's one of those things you really shouldn't do unless they ask for help.
And then you hear, ladies and gentlemen, the Duke John Seed, and then she says, High Lord Rashmates, the counts and the countesses and the barons and the baronesses, knights from the 7 realms, and commoners you're lucky enough to see. I present Countess Lainey ni Fiona of Brooklyn. And Lainey will hear claps.
Is it polite clapping, or is it like actual? Does it sound like there's actually some enthusiasm?
There is enthusiasm.
Now, another question: did she say knights from the southern?
Knights from 7 realms.
Okay.
7 kingdoms. Like there's like bunch of kingdoms in the
Oh yeah,
kingdom.
yeah, that's fine. I just want to make sure that she didn't say southern because that would have been a really different flavor in her head.
Mm-hmm.
Um, okay, yeah, and she will wait a moment. And for the record, she is not wearing shoes because she has hooves,
Mm-hmm.
and wearing heels is pretty much impossible. So she is barefoot, but I'm sure she isn't the only satyr who is. And she will begin to make her way down the steps, kind of slowly and with her head up, but her head is up, but at the same time she's looking around for the key people, the ones that she wants to make sure are there. Yes, including him and Dimitri and Rancor and her dad. Like those are the people she's looking for, like immediately.
You spot all of them, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Margam is smiling, very nice, very charming. You see the guards of the overseers. Scary as always, they're there. You see the Count Timothy staying away from them. You see Countess Aurelia.
She will specifically nod to Count Timothy.
Mm-hmm. Count Timothy will nod back. He seems to be very proud. Countess Aurelia, mysterious as ever, she smiles.
Yes, I mean she'll certainly acknowledge Aurelia because this is someone at least she's familiar with, even if they're not friends.
Mm-hmm. You will see the Duke. He is slowly clapping, giving you those wide eyes as a satyr.
When she gets to the bottom, she will stop and give a little bit of a curtsy in his direction.
Mm-hmm.
Because she's not going to not acknowledge the Duke.
You will see your supposed Baroness and supposed Red Cap. The Red Cap has like 6 Red Caps near him.
Is Rancor over there?
No, Rancor is not over there, but like you see a difference about this Red Cap. He is white. He's wearing a suit. He has many scars on his face, and he seems very intimidating. He is clapping fastly while your Baroness, Ilunid Baroness, is clapping very slowly. She seems very elegant.
Well, she will meet both of their eyes. Just that acknowledgement thing.
Um, Red Cap will look you in the eye while the other one will look at your cheeks.
Okay. Lainey's not offended by any of this because she's not worried about that.
You will present it to be sit on the throne of Brooklyn. And Dmitri immediately, with his axe, he will like tap the floor twice. Dmitri is at one side, this side, and Luna is another side. You will hear the your event organizer will say, "It's time for the oath of the Countess to the Duchy and the Duke." And silence immediately comes in. Everybody slowly looks at Lainey.
Does the Duke come forward? Because he needs to be a part of this.
Duke slowly approaches Lainey. He is appearance 4. He is
She
not
will.
wearing something as well, like Lainey. He's a satyr.
Yeah, he's no shoes. Yeah.
And he will say,
Yeah, she's going to kneel immediately when he comes close enough. She's going to kneel.
by the name of the Duke by the name of High King of Concordia, David Ardry of House Gvidian, I, John Seed, Duke of New York, from House Gvidian, will accept your oath of fealty to me.
Yeah. She, while kneeling, with her head bowed, she will give the oath. I can't remember all the words, and I could look them up,
It's fine.
but she will do the oath of fealty to him.
When the oath of fealty is done, he extends a hand to Lainey.
She'll take it.
He will say, then he will give the oath of his cheat to Lainey while she's standing
That's interesting.
and holding her hand.
This is definitely a little bit out of the norm. She's taking note of it.
And he says, where I come from, we dance first and then do the accept the bairns. Would you like to dance with me, Baroness? Would you like to dance with me, my countess? So we can begin this night with laughter, passion to our duties. Forget what happened between these walls in the past and bring a new dawn to this duchy. I need you to roll intelligence politics immediately. I didn't set up a rule.
Well, we don't actually have a thing. So
Do you have just for fun gaming?
yeah.
Can you open the dice roller there?
Let me check. That's this one. Just regular dice rolling.
Yeah, there's regular dice rolling.
Yeah, well, it just says dice rolling. That's all I was. Okay, yeah, I got it. So
Intelligence politics.
I believe this was book learning or something. I'd
Your
have to look.
specialty is book knowledge.
Yeah, so you can decide if it's.
No, it's not.
Okay.
You can.
I just had 3 politics, right?
You have 3 politics, yes.
Okay.
7 dice.
Yep. A lot.
It is outside of norm. It is completely correct. And it's yes, indeed, where he comes from, the things are a bit different.
I mean, she's not upset by it. It's just a dance. Like, big deal, you know?
Do you do anything else before you accept the dance? Or are you accepting the dance?
I mean, she will. It's a very ceremonial sort of thing. What she's going to do is she's going to she will just kind of offer a small little curtsy, you know, like a little mini, you know, with the bob of the head. And she'll say it would be an honor. And then she'll kind of glance to Malgrim with just a tiny bit of a smile, you know, that kind of reassuring thing, because she knows what he's probably thinking over there.
Malgrim doesn't smile at all.
Yeah, but the fact is, she's acknowledging it.
Malgrim is not smiling at all. He is staring, not happy. You see the people behind Malgrim, the Ilunid behind Malgrim, whispered behind each other, and Malgrim just looks at them and they shut up. But also one thing you see, the 80% of House Ilunid is wearing masks.
Okay.
For those you know, Amare is wearing a mask, Alaria wearing a mask. Your Baroness doesn't wear a mask. There's a slight shade in Malgrim's face, not like, you know, the crazy shade that I'm like talking about, like, you know, shitty look. There's some kind of weird shade on his face. We don't understand why, but like he is in black art, you know, like his robe, and he's staring at the Duke very angrily.
Well, because this is basically him just changing the order of things. That's really the only difference that it is. To her, it is a small thing. But yeah, she'll deal with that later because she can't deal with it now.
Did you checked like if you looked, your blind Sula just like stared at the where the voice of the Duke comes from? She was like not happy with this as well. Dimitri looked like you know, like he didn't say anything. Dimitri doesn't say anything about this, But like, there was a silence in the room for a while when he did that.
I mean, to be honest, she's in a between a rock and a hard place. Like, if she
Mm-hmm.
says no, then she looks shitty to the Duke. If she says yes, then it's kind of she's stuck here. So, like neither one is the right answer. So she's just going to try to play it off as gracefully as possible.
Then starts,
As long as he keeps his hands in the appropriate places, we're okay.
and he looks at Laney and says, "It's hard for us satyrs to rise. There are many things I heard about you.
It's not as hard as it is for redcaps, Your Grace.
Your grace is not needed." He smiles. There's a charming smile. There's 3 watchers, by the way, right now.
There's what?
Mm. 3 people watching the scene.
So weird.
Yeah. It's a closure, guys. Um,
It's not canon. Hello,
not
people.
canon. This is not on the line. But he is keeping his hands and he is dancing very gracefully. Probably like better than
Probably better
most.
than Lainey.
Yeah, he is.
Lainey doesn't have anything in dancing. She's just doing your basic, following his lead moment.
Mm-hmm. You see other people join the dance slowly, one by one. Um, and he says, "Yes, I heard the red cap thing.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
My advisors told me that I should let that thing be.
Why not? Is there some reason why you shouldn't?
Red caps are weird. They're not known to be great leaders."
And yet, the Baron of mine, from what I hear, it proved to be a bit too much to try to bring him down. You have to respect the strength, if nothing else.
I respect other things along with. I respect strength as well, of course, but these are dark times. I'm happy to have another satyr that I can trust to look after commoners. We have many players in this town.
It's a big town.
It is.
I would like to see commoners treated as equals with the she, and I'm sure you've heard that. I mean, that's not like it's a secret.
The whole system will not acknowledge that, sadly, but I believe a commoner can rise just like a she.
Well, it does help when you're born with the right blood, as she sort of shrugs.
Same can be said for you. I heard you were born with a great blood in you.
That is what I'm referring to, actually, Your Grace.
Then what I will say is that sometimes someone like me who's born from a commoner can rise as well. But I don't think you rising is not just regarding your blood. I have heard that you protect the commoners in the war against the Brooklyn between Queens and Manhattan.
Of course I did. I was born in Queens, raised there. It's home. I would always defend my people. I knew everybody in my barony since I was a
Not the
child.
barony anymore.
I said I knew. I didn't say I know everybody in my county because I hardly know anybody there.
I apologize. I wish to dance with my court.
Yeah, Lainey will look to him and smile, and she'll just look to the Duke and say, "With your permission."
Please. Duke will nod at Margam. Margam will not nod back, and then he will dance. Like he will look at Lainey with expectation.
Yeah, I mean, she moves up to him to,
Yeah.
dance.
They will start dancing with Margam and Lainey.
Yeah, yeah. She's just kind of looking at him like, I didn't have any choice, right?
You did have a choice.
No, I didn't. Besides, it was just a conversation.
Sure. As he stares at the Duke more,
Hey, look at me instead of him.
he doesn't say anything. He looks at Lainey. He is not amused at all. Roll me perception empathy.
I think that might be something I upped. Let me look. No, I didn't. Well, at least I'm not too overly much, but so either way, that's all right. Jesus! Did you see that?
Yeah, Margam is gonna do something.
She kind of like her arms like sort of tighten around him, like, and she's going to like move in closer to whisper to him and just be like, "What's going on?"
Nothing. Yeah, we'll just teach him his place.
Abram, be careful. He is the Duke.
He leaves a small kiss on her cheek. And then you will see the Count Amare will come near them and he will say, "Can I dance with the new Countess?" Margam will say, "Of course, my friend." Right, Lainey? I don't mind. I don't have any problem.
It's just a dance. You shouldn't have a problem anyway. But yeah, she'll kind of say that under her breath so that Amari hopefully doesn't hear. And she will nod to Amari, but as she's walking away, she's going to lean to Malgrim's ear and say, like, "Be careful. You're a baron. He's a duke." And she will then move to dance with Amari.
The dance with Amari is very nice. He is gonna remind about like how they met and all that jazz. He married with Summer.
Yeah, she'll ask how Summer's doing, that sort of thing.
Summer is amazing. They are doing fine. There's a lot of like crazy stuff about how he married a commoner, but he doesn't give a shit. He is extremely unhappy about like this unseelie, the Gavidian propaganda.
Is he currently seelie or unseelie?
Unseelie.
Of course he is.
The dance continues, and Dimitri also wants to dance with Lainey. You dance with a couple others. In the end, the Red Cap actually wants to dance with Lainey.
I mean, she has no objections.
And he like you see like he has a very rough voice, and he says, "Your ex, should I say Your Excellency or Lainey?"
Depends who we're around
Understand.
and what we're doing. For the moment, Lainey's fine.
So, Lainey, what kind of leadership you want to bring?
I assume you don't mind if I call you Jonathan then.
No problem at all.
Well, I don't know you very well yet. I think we'll have to meet up a little bit to have more discussion than we can on a dance floor.
Yeah, terrible at dancing.
I'm not very good either. It's fine. It's kind of funny. I'm a satyr and I'm not all that great at dancing.
We can meet at my place if you want to. It's a bar that I have, my bros.
And you would guarantee my safety there.
He kind of like looks like is she crazy?
she
And
no, she just looks at him. She says this and she just like looks at him, waiting for a response because
like
she knows what a red cat bar is like.
he's like, "Are you crazy? I mean, you must be crazy. You're asking me that question. I'm about to be your baron, goddammit. I don't want
Well,
to
we
be an
have
oath breaker. It's hard to be a rat cat, but I don't want to be a goddamn oath breaker. Because rat cat oath breakers, they just die.
okay. I just wanted to ask because I've been to. I know what a red cat bar is like.
I know. I know what a satyr bar is like. They have sex, right?
I've never been to a satyr bar actually, but I imagine it would be pretty free flowing. Yes.
I'm just gonna say, like, it's kind of weird that we talk about like red caps and satyrs like all of them are the same. Do I look like a normal red cap to you?
Do I look like a normal satyr to you?
I mean, you look like a pretty hot satyr.
Looks aren't everything.
Yep. You're right. Lunette Baroness is kind of weird though. She freaks me out.
Well, she seems to be. I mean, the only impression I have so far is the fact that she wouldn't meet my eyes, and I can only chalk that up to the fact that I'm, above her rank.
I mean, I look at everybody's eyes. I don't give a shit normally.
Good. We have a lot of work to do,
You do.
and I specifically need to have a discussion with you on the best way to handle it because I think you know Brooklyn better than I do.
Maybe a meeting in this week would be beneficial for both of us.
I think so.
Okay. And there's another red cap lady, kind of like says, Jonathan, I wish to dance. And Jonathan's like, I'm sorry, Your Excellency. My
and
wife.
Lainey will nod to this, step back, and she will look to his wife, and offer a polite smile.
The wife smiles back, doesn't say anything.
Yeah,
The
she'll show respect. This guy's wife, like she thinks it's funny, but she's not going to say that.
this guy approaches. Pardon, no, not this guy. No, not this guy. Sorry, 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 sorry,
I don't
sorry.
know who that guy is.
This lady, she is a she. And this is the High Lady of House Fiona.
Yeah, she will definitely pause in her steps and will curtsy a bit. Not that full formal kneeling crap she was doing earlier because that was a super formal moment.
Mm-hmm.
But she will definitely, she'll definitely pause and curtsy to her.
Lainey, hello.
What was her name again? Can you type it on the side?
I read it as I can read, but I'm not sure. I say
Rath-
Radishmir.
Rathesmere,
Radish.
I think. Yeah, that's
Yes.
fine. And yeah, when she says Lainey, and then Lainey will be like, "Hi, Lady Rathesmere."
I don't think this place is ready for us to dance.
No, clearly not. All about the politics, and we haven't even done the oaths yet, aside from mine.
Would you like to come drink with me?
Fiona, say no to drinking. We have to keep up appearances.
Of course. She slowly moves towards the drinks. I'd like to speak with you in private in the Tarnar tomorrow. There are many
Um,
things we need to talk, and you ascending to the throne of Brooklyn is important to me.
I admit I'm still at a bit of a loss as to what to do there, but I have meetings planned to try to sort out the best plan going forward.
What did you just say? I didn't understand.
The, to, she said there are a lot of things to figure out, but I have meetings planned
That's better.
to figure out the best plan going forward.
Roll me perception empathy.
At least one, two, three, four, five. At least five.
You said I don't know how to do in the first sentence you created. And then she
Mhm.
said, pardon? And then you said, I'm just going to
Oh,
have
I thought you
meetings.
said that OOC.
No, no, no.
I
She
thought you said
literally
that
just,
OOC.
she basically just like tries to make you like, no, you will do it. There's no, I don't know.
No. Okay. Well, OOC. I wouldn't have said all that. I thought that was you talking, Amachan,
Oh,
not.
okay. Okay. Then, like, when
I
you
thought that
say,
was you.
like,
I thought maybe you couldn't hear me because the mic went weird.
no, no, no. Basically, like, then let's play it again. When she says, um, I don't know, I will have meetings, she just responds, I don't understand. Can you say what you just said again? She has this, like, weird look on her face, like, very demanding and testing.
How long have I known that this was going to happen? Probably what? Maybe just a few days.
Um, there was, after the war, there was an expectation.
But
You probably heard the rumors for 2 weeks. You were informed 4 days ago.
okay. What she'll just sort of blink and just be like, I'm working on the plan as to go forward.
Okay, very good.
But I would welcome your input.
I will give my input when I feel it's needed. She smiles again.
She nods. Like she wasn't actually expecting you to give me input right now. So she just nods. Okay.
I'm here because of your ascension, and we lost someone recently. Not from our house. Did you know High Lord Dice?
Oh, see, which High Lord was that?
Roll me intelligence politics.
I mean, at least five.
High Lord Dice. Ishu said to be one of the most elusive Xiu-Chan. Immortal. Immortal changeling. House Danan. Not Duran, Danan. Unseelie house of pathfinders. They thought to be lost, but then they appeared like not every house left to the Arcadia. Some of them just like were in the dreaming all the time. They're nominally unseelie.
Right.
And like he is all high lords are crazy powerful.
Yes.
High ladies. Dice was an exception to that. He was extremely powerful. Like he was say like like known to be the master of many, probably all of the arts. As Ed said, he was immortal.
Right.
There were
So,
rumors
okay.
about to be being him being immortal, and she says the High Lord Dice is dead.
How? As she kind of looks a little shocked, but tries to temper it back so that the conversation doesn't look too interesting to others who are watching.
No idea. There was a big magical battle. Rocks, fires, blasts everywhere. In the dreaming. We'll investigate it, but he was known to be a weird individual. We don't know who he supported. Our conversation tomorrow will be very important, and I need you to be there when I say you are. Is that clear?
What is the right term to use when speaking to her, like Your Excellency or whatever? Should I just say hi,
Hi,
lady?
Lord. Hi, lady. Hi, lady.
She will incline her head, she'll just sort of she'll nod, and she'll say, I would have been there regardless of your saying that, my lady.
She smiles. Your connection to House Silunid, I see you have a baroness and an event organizer. And a court.
Yes. Yes, I do. I I hope to offer a a place where all can be accepted for what they are and what they choose to be. Surely you understand my weakness. Well, not weakness, I wouldn't say, but my leanings. I think they're fairly well known.
It is. Our leanings is not a problem. Our house was the house that dared to speak against the Narrow knives.
She nods.
The commoners, we accept commoners in any other house. But I need you to be more careful regarding the things that you do. I would be very sad to hear any problems.
Are you referring to any particular things?
I'm not referring to anything because I don't hear anything bad. I think I will dance with the Duke. She smiles and looks at Lainey.
Um, of course. Can I ask you something first, though? Just quickly?
Yes, Countess, please.
Did you know my mother?
I did.
Do you know
I
what?
know most members of my house.
I had only just met you, so I wasn't very sure.
I'm High Lady for 12 years. Lady knows this all, see.
Right. Did you have any thoughts on what happened to her? Or any knowledge that may have come your way?
We can talk about this in a more close setting if you wish to. Because the Duke looks pretty hot. She kind of smiles at Lainey. Fiona is gonna be Fiona.
Lainey just sort of laughs. She's like, fine. I will, perhaps we can discuss it tomorrow then.
Completely.
And she will, um, do another one of those little curtsies and, sort of, refresh her glass of wine and, look around for friendly faces to be near, unless somebody else is going to approach her.
You will hear the words of the your event organizer and says, "It's time for the Baroness to hear oaths of the barons, knights that who wish to serve her, and the
Do,
gift ceremony."
do you mean the Countess at
Yes,
OOC?
yeah, she says the Countess. It's time for Countess to hear the oaths of the barons, knights that wish to swear oath to her, and the gift ceremony. Everyone looks at Lainey, and again, like there's a slow clap.
She still finds this whole like center of attention thing to be really awkward, despite the fact that she lives her life that way because fame. But yeah, she will, she'll kind of offer the smile and a little bit of a nod, to acknowledge the people who are clapping, and she will move to the front where it makes more sense. Is there actually like a throne or something?
There's a throne.
And that is the proper place to go, right?
Yes.
Okay. Then she will move up there to the front. she's lucky she has an event planner who can just tell her when to do things.
You see, like the in the event planner, there's like the gift list that who will give the gifts that they tell her that they brought a gift, so they will like the Duke is the last who will present the gift.
She's predicting awkward, more awkward with that, but
It's because of the rank,
oh no, I
probably.
understand that, but just because it's him, like
Hmm.
everything is awkward with that man. As long as it's not the sex toy that I was joking with you about yesterday, we're good.
The
But
first
yeah, she'll move up there to sit down very gracefully, as as much as she can, and straighten out her skirt, and she will just kind of look at those who are going to walk up.
the first this lady walks up, the Ilunid. I am Baroness Robin ni Ilunid, Baroness Robin Julsto ni Ilunid, and she does the oath of fealty,
Lainey will do the oath of the Ashitmek.
and then she will say, "As an Ilunid, our houses are getting closer and closer each day. I know that I maybe could not find the best gift, but I found this bracelet to match your beauty. It seems I failed, but hopefully you will like this gift, Your Excellency. This lady is more beautiful than you, by the way."
Well, this is a she, so
Hmm.
isn't it? So yeah, she's kind. It's traditional for the she to call somebody beautiful, even if they aren't.
And she gives a bracelet. It's a nice bracelet that has House Fiona's stuff. A very, YOLO
It,
solo gift.
it's pretty easy to pick out something like that,
Hmm.
and she will do the appropriate. Oh, thank you so much. It's lovely. Kind of thing. Um,
Yeah.
because it probably is quite lovely, and it would go very nicely with the other Fiona thing she's wearing, since you know that she's wearing the other
Hmm.
jewelry.
The,
And she will carefully, set it to the side where I'm assuming there's a table or something set up.
hmm the Baron Jonathan actually comes in and gives the oath of fealty. His people are whispering when he says, and he's like, "Let me do my goddamn oath."
I might have to roll willpower to not grin at this
Roll for it.
because I feel like she would
Go on.
because she loves
My,
this stuff. I'm
motherfuckers
good.
not, motherfuckers not letting me my oath. And then he like continue doing the oath. "I'm sorry, Your Excellency."
She just nods, kept herself from grinning, but she just nods and keeps her composure. She thinks this is hilarious.
Then like he gives the oath of fealty in the most red cap way possible. Um he like bites his hand and like there's a blood in his hand, and he puts his hand on his like uh puts his hand on his like chest where like you see the fucking um what was the name of that the suit is actually getting bloody.
Mm-hmm. So put his hand on his heart, his hand on his chest, basically,
Yeah.
like on his heart. Yeah,
Mhm.
that's fine. And she will stick with the more traditional version of the oath of the sheet, but she will certainly give it back to him. She likes this guy more and more.
And Jonathan is like, "Well, I asked around for a gift, and they told me like you would like say to your stuff. So I asked to get the best wine that I can find. I hope you will like this, my, my countess." He gives a very exquisite wine.
She will look at it and nod approvingly, and just say thank you. I will enjoy this very much.
The Baron Amare, pardon, Count Amare gives you another gift.
Who
Uh,
actually, and he actually knows her,
yeah,
so he
it's
might
a
pick an
good
appropriate
gift.
gift.
It's a good gift. He gives like something that like Laney would enjoy. The Countess Hilaria gives.
Probably a really old book that's filled with some kind of obscure knowledge.
Exactly. It's about like old satyr stories.
Yeah, and
Um,
she probably likes that. She looks at this, she's like, "Oh, this is the best."
and she actually says like we should talk more privately one day.
She'll just give him a very discreet nod. Um, you, I, yeah, I mean, we would have spoken before. I'm happy to do it now.
She smiles, and then it's the time like like Dimitri gives her a gift. It's the one by one. Her retinue gives a gift. Her dad gives a gift.
She gives her dad a hug, though. She doesn't care if she's breaking any kind of
Hmm.
etiquette. She gives her dad a hug.
Rancor gives a gift, another better version of
More
the necklaces
jewelry.
he has, jewelry. And lastly, the Duke arrives. And
Yeah.
he,
Is it? Do I need to roll etiquette to know if I should stand with him coming or if I should stay seated since this is a
you
moment for
should
me?
stand. You should stand. It's obvious.
Okay, because I was gonna say if it should be standing, then she will stand from her throne, which
And
she's probably gonna replace because this is fucking Vlad's throne.
she he basically gives her a shield, and he says that the leaders are defending their people. Therefore, I deem this shield to be necessary for you. And he gives a shield. Roll me a perception empathy.
Um,
He thinks
yeah,
this gift will get Lainey's heart,
he clearly
which is
doesn't know me because
exactly.
she
Oh,
hates fighting.
roll me wits. Someone misinformed him.
She will accept the gift graciously, and because as a symbol, it's actually it's not a bad idea. Like actually using it in a fight is different than you are to defend your people. You know what I mean? Like and that's true. That is definitely something that as a countess she should be doing.
Hmm.
And she fully intends to follow in the path of Hofstein and doing exactly that, making sure people get fair trials and that sort of thing. Um, so she will. I mean, she'll just realize that he got bad information, and accept it for what it is, which seems to be a well-meaning gift.
Hmm.
You know what I mean? And she'll say thank you. It's it's very nice workmanship, or art. You know, it's very well made.
Then, with me, I guess the gift ceremony is done. And he looks at everyone. My apologies, Your Grace. The gift ceremony is sadly not done. We kept the most important person to the last for our countess. As you see, Margrim kind of steps forward.
Lady kind of looks at her at this, I forget her name, the seer or whatever. No,
No, she is
the
the
spy
land
master.
organizer. Land organizer, yeah.
Yeah, she looks at her. And just there's just yeah, she's gonna have a conversation with that girl.
It's actually like you kind of like see Ilunids are smiling because it's 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 obvious. Magram made this. Magram did this.
Oh yeah, she knows, but she went along with it.
Hmm. And she says the heart of the Fiona is known to be extremely important. So we, as the retinue of our excellency, did this all together. And you see Dimitri nodding.
She's just waiting at this point because there's nothing she can do that can gracefully make this any better.
It's
Right, not right now.
not a big faux pas. It's not a huge faux pas. You see people actually smiles and starts clapping. And forcefully the Duke also starts clapping.
He's trying to look like the good guy.
Yeah. No, nobody looks like a bad guy right now.
No,
Mogrim,
but I'm just saying he just got one upped and he's trying to make it look like he's totally fine with that.
yeah. Yeah, he got
She
like, smacked,
understands.
he got smacked by Mogrim very hard politically. And Mogrim approaches Delaney.
Lainey was still standing, and she's just going to stay standing because sitting back down is awkward at this point. So, yeah, she will. As you know, as he approaches, she'll just kind of offer him a smile and say, "Baron."
Countess, we declared that we were courting long time ago for everyone to know. My love to you is known by everyone. You were there with me when I needed you the most, and I hope that I will be there for you if you ever need me. The three Musketeers were known as the Three Fiona from their history. Their weapons were long lost, and I know we don't like fighting. You wish to bring peace, but we all learned a big lesson that the weapons sometimes may be needed. I found a long lost rapier of one of the Musketeers for you. This is the rapier he pulls.
That's gorgeous, by the way. Yeah, her
It's a
jaw kind of
treasure.
drops.
It's a
Yeah, her jaw
treasure.
drops.
And he says, this is not the symbol of my love, because I actually couldn't find a symbol for the love I hold for you. And I hope this gift is acceptable. You see, like there in the when he pulls the blade, like the rapier looks crazy. It has a like you see the griffin there. There's a griffin there. There's a lion there, and the lion claw is there.
Right. Yeah, I mean, she's just looking at this like her eyes are big, and because it's really lovely, like, and just the color of it is really different. It's really
Mm-hmm.
unique, and she just, yeah, like she just looks at this thing, and like did he present it to her
Yeah,
like just like in the flat of her? Okay, so she will accept it and like put her hand in, in the hilt on the hilt, and like turn away from everybody else just to kind of get a feel for it, to move, wave it around just a little bit. You know what I
it's
mean? Like,
extremely well balanced. This blade is no joke. Um, can you roll me a Fiona lore, intelligence Fiona lore?
I think I have like one. I think that's what I had. Let me double check really quick. Um, yes, one. Um, two.
This is a Fiona treasure. Like this treasure actually belongs to House Fiona.
And she's going to
It's
set it. Oh, sorry.
it's probably known as like the musketeer blade, but this is not a musketeer blade. Not one of those. This is something that used like the old High Lords, and it's the blade of the duelist. This blade is like kind of legendary.
Yeah, she's going to glance to the High Lady really quick
High
to
Lady is
see.
nodding with approval. She is happy.
Okay, good. Because if this had belonged to a High Lord in the past, she didn't want to be stepping on any toes.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, she will turn back and set it down carefully across the throne, which is behind her,
Mm-hmm.
and then she's going to give Mogram a hug,
Mm-hmm.
like a really tight hug, and she's going to lean in his ear and just be like, "You're gonna have to tell me how you got this." Like, very quietly, like
Mm-hmm.
whispering.
Doesn't say anything. He nods.
Because if you haven't noticed, Lady isn't as like in theory you're not supposed to be like touching people or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But at these sorts of things, but she's a little more informal.
The Now the oaths are done. It is time for feast, as the event organizer says.
And if Lady had any say in this, there's a variety of foods from the most formal sorts of things to the most casual, like chicken wings.
Okay.
Because for one thing, she knew there were red caps involved,
Mm-hmm.
and also she prefers like she always was all about like she likes that casual bar kind of food. So she was trying to cover all the bases. So some people might be giving weird looks at the section that has like nachos and chicken wings. But she doesn't care. She's picking the food for her own thing.
You basically like socialize it one by one, the people. You see that the Countess Aurelia is near you, and she says, "I feel a different connection with you. My student that I'm very proud of is your court. Maybe you should be more close."
Are you trying to propose for Mogram?
No, 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 of course not.
I mean, you are his mentor.
Yes, I'm very proud of my student.
You should be. He's come a long way from when I first met him.
Today, yeah, he did. She kind of smiles. You kind of understand she is proud of what he did.
I was kind of put into a tough spot there.
We, as a house, don't enjoy public challenges anymore. It used to be very different. 2 years ago, I would punish Makram for this. Things changed, Countess Laney. Not everybody happy about having overseers in their place listening to their conversations. We are known in House of Secrets. We do not appreciate our members are taken by overseers to question it for months.
To be honest, I don't think anybody enjoyed that.
After the war, we just wish to know who's standing on where. Because we have been publicly attacked a couple times near New York after doing our best to keep New York safe. As you know, I came later, but Baron, the Countess Amare, Count Amare, Baron Malgrim was here before me.
Yes, that is all true.
I can safely say, again, we do not enjoy these things anymore.
Well, perhaps we can find a way to end them.
We will see. I'm sorry I don't like the smell of certain things. As he smiles and leaves, as you kind of hear a smell coming from back of you.
Do I recognize it?
This is what you see. Effie,
Oh, Jesus, the Adhene. Ugh, forgot that they were in this. Lainey just pauses. So I take it's this person has approached her, or is
yeah,
just sort of standing there.
she approached.
Yeah.
Baroness, the Countess Laney. This is my friend Okachane, and I am the wind and water.
Well, what can I do for you?
We represent the certain interest of Athene in Brooklyn. We were promised things in the Bear and the Vlad's leadership. So we wish to ask a meeting with you.
I'm sure we can arrange something, perhaps later on in the week.
Will be very nice of you. Will they things change as the Vlad leaves? Do we need to find a new place now?
If you can live there in peace with me as the leader of the area, then I don't see why you should have to leave.
The Baron Vlad was seeing some things that happens there and turning his eye blind. We now have a Sealy Lord. What's going to happen about those actions that we have?
I think you might have to give me more information on those actions before I can answer that. And I'm guessing you probably don't want to do that here, do you?
Exactly.
So, we will have a conversation. I will I'll have my seneschal contact you if you can tell me how to do so.
We have phones.
That'll
You
work.
learn.
You give me a phone number?
I will drop it to your seneschal.
Or you can write it down and give it to me, and I will do it myself.
He
I
writes
also
it
am
down.
capable of using a phone.
Not surprised, Your Excellency.
She'll take the piece of paper and sort of is she off like in a corner somewhere or somewhere just sort of mingling among the people?
She is among the people.
Okay, well then she'll just hold it in her hand.
Mm-hmm.
She certainly doesn't have her phone with her here.
Your Excellency. It's me, your Baroness.
Yeah, she will look to the Adhene and say, "If you'll excuse me."
If he nods and they leave.
And she will turn to I don't remember her name.
Robin.
Right, Robin.
Your Excellency, I'm very happy to begin a good relationship with you. Tonight seems very eventful.
Indeed, it is. Indeed, it is. I'm happy to meet you. We will need to meet up soon, I think, to have a more private discussion.
Maybe we can go to shopping together.
Maybe that might not be quite so private, but certainly a possibility. As Wendy looks a little confused at this idea.
She kind of gives her a look. I would like to be close with you, as close as I can be. She is not a Ilunid that's wearing a mask tonight.
which Lainey appreciates. She hates those masks. Um, um and she'll say, well, then we can start with the meeting and we'll see from there.
That
We
would
do
be
have to
quite nice.
handle business first.
Whatever you say, Your Excellency. I'm happy that you and the Lord Margrim is now courting. He is an old friend. Roll me intelligence alertness.
Well, I'm pretty sure he actually said that she was like an X or something.
Yeah.
I remember that. So I'll still roll it though if you want, though.
No, it's fine. She said you remembered.
Yeah. Yeah, yes, he mentioned you to me.
Ah, happy to hear that. Is there anything I can do for you tonight?
Enjoy yourself, because there's a lot of hard work ahead of us. If you've been doing your research about Brooklyn, as I'm sure you have been, there are a lot of things that need dealt with.
Exactly. Commoner, I don't think we will have another commoner rebellion.
Well, I feel certain that that's why they put me there. I think there's a reason why I didn't end up with Queens.
Well, your great skills of leadership and compromises may have done that as well, but if that's what you say, that's what you say, Your
I,
Excellency.
my lady, I, I think, I mean, it's. I won't say it's the entire reason why I'm where I am, but I will say that it's pretty clear that that was a part of it, and I would be really unobservant to not acknowledge that.
Understandable.
I'm going to peony that.
Go on.
I am. Two. It's not great.
You don't see her.
Okay, so face value it is.
Yeah.
Um,
Jonathan is a weird person. Hopefully, he won't be a problem.
well, if nothing else, he knows this area, this county, better than either of us do. It might do you well to cultivate him as, if not an ally, at least someone that you can talk to if need be.
Talking with redcaps is not the best thing I do, but well, I will try my best.
Well, considering what Count Vlad left us, there are a lot of redcaps here.
Yes, Count Lad was a great leader. She says with a smile.
He actually was very charismatic. I knew him. And he was very cunning.
He did not see his death coming.
Well, it's rare that you actually do see that.
Your Excellency, I will leave you if, as I need to meet with more people.
Of course.
It was nice to meet with you.
We can talk later sometime this week or as soon as we can arrange a time.
Completely. You see, she leaves, and you. What is Lainey doing? What is Lainey wants to do?
Lainey wants to take off her party manners. But what she's going to do is she's going to go. She's actually going to go try to find Rancor really quick.
Rancor. You find Rancor eating.
Of course we
Jeez.
do.
And he's like, oh, Rector Excellency. Hello.
Jesus, Riker, you know better. It's just I don't care if you call me Lainey. We're still friends, remember?
Yes, yes. How? I'm very happy for you. I hope you like your gift.
It's beautiful.
I
It's
see
very
what
beautiful.
Markham did.
Yeah. Yeah, he did.
Yeah, I heard he was convincing Dimitri.
I may have to keep an eye on those two.
Well, the Duke looks at you very weird.
So,
I mean, I would be jealous if someone tried to dance with my girlfriend first.
it's just a dance.
Nothing is just something in these areas, as far as I understand, as far as your education taught me. As a squire of House Fiona, I know that.
All right, you win. It obviously was more important than all that, but it was also it was a small concession to dance with him.
He is coming.
Actually, before he gets here, will you do me a favor and introduce yourself to the new Baron Jonathan?
Completely. He won't like me, though. I'm a
He
noble.
doesn't have he, so is he.
He is a common noble. I'm a house noble.
It's true, but I there is a chance that he might be willing to work with you. And you have, obviously I have your back, so he
Okay.
certainly won't do anything too much against you because he would that would be doing it against me.
Okay. I will work with him. Talk
Yeah,
with him.
just introduce yourself. That's it for now. Be polite.
Okay.
And she'll kind of smile at him, pat his arm because well, they're pretty old friends.
He will pet your arm and he nods.
Thank you.
No problem.
And yeah, she'll turn to face, who, the Duke who is evidently was coming.
Hi, Lainey.
Hello. How are you? How is everything going?
It is quite fine. As everybody is slowly leaving at the moment, I actually wish to speak with you after this coronation. There must be still things that needs to be taught and it's there which are very important to say keep this duchy under control. It's midnight right now.
Can it possibly wait till first thing in the morning?
Why?
Because I'm tired. If it can't, then fine, but it is midnight.
I work hard. I expect same from those who are under me.
If you're trying to imply that I don't work hard, Your Grace, you would be incorrect.
I think me being correct or incorrect is not going to be something that should be decided by you. He smiles very gently and then says, I will wait.
I will meet you at your freehold.
No, we can
At
talk here.
Okay, then I will. Oh, we'll see. Wait, did he just say we could do it in the morning?
We can do it here, he said.
Right, but did he say in the morning or
No,
now?
after
I'm
coronation. He says after coronation we're going to talk.
She nods. Let me just go tell Malgrim that I will catch up with him later.
If you wish.
She nods and will do the polite thing and walk over to Mogram.
Malcolm is talking with like a couple Ilunits. They're talking about the death of High Lord Dice. And one of the Ilunits is like, it is crazy that Dice died. He was a Seo-chan and very old. The other Ilunit is like, maybe 10 people jumped on him and killed him. Malcolm says, and then he turns, Your Excellency.
Sorry to interrupt your conversation, ladies, gentlemen. But if I could speak to you for a moment, Mogram.
Please. Malcolm kind of like moves away from the people with Lainey. And actually like, touches her arm. What's the problem, honey?
He is insisting that I have to discuss things with him tonight. The Duke is. So, I will get home as soon as I can. I'll take my sword with me.
He's sworn his sheath to you. He's not going to do anything to you.
He's not, but I'll still take my sword with me. I'll just say it's a lovely gift, and I mean, it has a sheath, right? So I'll just...
It does have a sheath.
Exactly, so I'll just put it on.
I hope you liked it. I know that you don't like combat and stuff, but
I don't, but that's really beautiful. It's also a work of art.
Thank you. I will tell you what it does.
She nods.
I will wait for you at home. I was preparing some kind of surprise for you.
Yeah, I know. That's why I came over to tell you.
Yeah.
If you want, you can you can wait here. I don't mind if you want to wait outside, but
it's better for me to wait at home. I was actually gonna leave early to prepare something.
She will just smile. She's actually starting to look pretty tired because it's been a heck of a long day. But yeah, she's going to be like, okay, I'll text you when I'm on my way.
Okay. I love you.
Love you too. And she's going to give him a kiss, like regardless of who's around, if it's proper or not. She doesn't care.
Yeah, he actually will receive a kiss and kiss her back, and his hand will touch her waist.
Yep. And she will then walk up front to get the sword, because even if it's just in a sheath and piece tied, it's still a reminder of the person who gave it to her.
Mm-hmm.
Which is what she's going to have it with her for, because she has no intention of attacking the Duke.
The ceremony continues, but when it ends, your retinue remains there along with like some duchy knights. There is a table prepared for you, and the retinue is waiting.
Yep, she's going to look and see if they thought to think, because they know her. Is there coffee?
Yes, there's a coffee for her.
Because you know her and coffee.
Mm-hmm.
So she looks immensely grateful at the coffee, because not only is it just an addiction, but she just needs some coffee.
Brooklyn is given to you because I wanted Brooklyn to have a peace and someone who can control it.
Oops. Who can control it? Is that what you said, my lord?
Yes, someone who can control it. You're a peaceful person, but Brooklyn is the biggest place, and it's being controlled by an unseelie lord who were open for everyone, who was opening these borders for everybody. It's populated more than it needs to be, which means there's a lot of problems. Also, overseers will remain with you, 10 of them, under my knight's command, to oversee what is happening at Brooklyn.
As long as they don't actually start questioning me in front of the people, that's fine.
I will inform them.
Because this is my county.
And you're under me. He
Yes, I
smiles.
am. I'm just saying there is a certain amount of needing to save face. And I think you know what I mean.
Yes, can we have every retinue outside and talk alone?
I'm sorry, what?
Can we have every retinue here outside and talk alone? There's some things that his ears or only your ears and mine.
She will nod to everybody else. You know, the kind of the, do what he says kind of look.
Dmitri taps the floor twice and everybody starts leaving. Your knight can remain if he wants to. Knight Commander. Or if you want to.
She'll look to Dimitri and just be like, yes, please stay.
Dmitri will stay along with this duchy knight, this guy.
Mm-hmm.
And when everybody slowly leaves, the Duke will say, we believe that there were involvement of old barons and counts in the death of Duke Halfstein.
You believe that Vlad's old barons?
No, old barons and counts of New York. We
Which
couldn't
ones?
find who did it. I don't know.
She nods.
There are many lunatics around this place who can dodge the House Gwydian's way of finding truth. There are many unseelie alleles, Baylors, Lenahans openly doing things. The overseers are necessity. High Lord Gwydion understands that the kingdom is in trouble because of the Shuttle Lord, the Shuttle Court. And I need a fellow satyr to work in a very nice way. I was told by my High Lord that I can speak for the House Gwydion as a whole. We wish to continue this peaceful things we had with House Fiona. I would like to work with you personally regarding making this duchy better place, along with your county.
I mean, honestly, this county is probably the biggest problem right now. Queens is stable and in good hands, partly thanks to me.
What about
Manhattan seems to
Manhattan?
be secure. Do you have a problem with Countess Ilaria?
She's an Ilunid. That's all I know about her.
She is Baron Malcolm's mentor. That's fairly publicly known.
Yes, when I talk about Ilunids, I keep here to Baron Mogram.
He's certainly earned his reputation.
I wonder what these moons black on a black flag means.
Oh, see, do I know this answer?
You only know that Mogram arrived at the battlefield with black flag on moons on a black flag and a red hand.
He hasn't told me that. I'm afraid I don't know.
Am I privy to the information that the regarding House Lunid? No. This is the this was the flag. You see, there are like moons where you.
We know. Is the we know on there?
No,
Okay, because I was like, that's a little weird. We know. Um, is that important information?
every information is important in this duchy.
So, what mission exactly did you have in mind for me? Just trying to get my county cleaned up?
I mean, I want you to your county get cleaned up. I want you to keep Jonathan on a leash. I don't want crazy people creating crazy stuff. He's connected to the Commoner Federation. He wants a democratic state. A red cap wanting a democratic state. It's a joke. I don't want Jonathan to be a problem for anybody. You're right, Lunit? I don't know. I don't care about her. She's an Ilunit. She probably.
Don't underestimate Nylunid.
Uh, I don't. I'm a Gavitian. I never underestimate Ilunits.
I don't know her really. I've only met her once. Same with Jonathan. But I have meetings with both of them this week. We will have some discussions and figure out some things. I'm hoping Jonathan will be good for getting me some information on a lot of things. Because since he was here before, he certainly knows this county better than anybody. Because since he was under Vlad.
Yes, he was.
So I'm going to see what information I can get. And go from there, I guess. Test it out to make sure that it's good information, of course.
He nods. About your old barony, could you give me a report about your old barony and the old county that you served?
Sure. I could tell you pretty much everybody in my barony. I remember I knew the last two barons of the north part of Queens as well, one of whom was Amari, and the other one, well, he was a turncoat.
Yes, she who claimed to be House Gvidian.
Yes. There was actually a pause before she said that.
You see, like he actually like said it as he was a she who claimed to be House Gvidian. He didn't say he wasn't House Gvidian.
Well, that's why she kind of paused for a second before agreeing. So yes, the pause was definitely there. And I was also around for Count Castiel. He was my liege lord.
Yes. He got arrested.
Considering what he did, he should be arrested. But at least he was kind enough to release me from my oath to him before anything else strange happened.
Do you think there will be problems in Queens?
My cousin who's now ruling there, he is a bit stiff, a bit traditional, but he's a good person. He is he's also Fiona, and also also related to, to me, obviously. That's who I left it to. Because that barony was held in my family for generations and still is. If he asks for help, I will certainly meet with him and tell him what I know of the place. And I would like to think that I can maintain good relations there, probably because we're family. I don't know much about the new Baron slash Baroness because I don't know which one is there. OOC
Mm-hmm.
that's in the north. OOC, it would have to be one of the Gwydions. Actually, it would have to be no. I mean, from in the south, it's probably from her Gwydion side of the family. Well, no, actually, no, it
The
wouldn't. It would have to be from a Fiona side.
what about the Manhattan? Do you think Manhattan will have problems?
They've seemed pretty stable. I have not heard of many problems in Manhattan. The main thing I would mention is the that of course home fires is there, which certainly is something, which means that the finger of the High King and Queen may or may not be involved there, and perhaps Lady Morwen as well. Oh, see, she did mean lady as just an honorary title because
Mm-hmm.
being respectful, even though she doesn't have a title. That would be, I mean, honestly, that's the only thing I can think of. I do know that Count Amari was once in Manhattan. I believe his removal to Queens was meant as something of a punishment. But as you can see, he's certainly come up in the world since then.
Yes.
I believe we can maintain a good relationship with Queens. Not just based on my cousin, but also on Amari.
I'm I'm thinking that you will keep a good relationship with Manhattan as well.
I believe so. I don't have any reason to have a problem there. And I certainly have enough, I suppose the right word is allies, or at least one ally that certainly has some pull there.
He actually keep asking questions regarding Queens and Staten Island, and it takes a lot of time for the answering to be done. It's like 2 a.m. right now.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, then I believe we are done here.
Yes, Your Grace. I think
Leaves,
I'm going. Hmm?
he leaves with his um, night first. It was nice to meet with you, first person to person.
Thanks, you too, my lord. As she's pretty much walking out at the same time as him. And assuming she, however, what she was going to get back, probably like a cab, honestly.
Dimitri is there. He's like, I will leave you wherever you want to go, lady.
Don't you have a wife to get home to?
I do, but your safety is paramount.
I will say yes only because it's 2 a.m.
He gets his
And
car.
and please send my apologies to your wife.
Oh well. The he opens the car. He seems not happy about something, but he doesn't say anything.
I mean,
He opens the door of the back for Lainey to sit.
she's just gonna look at him. Well, is the Duke already gone?
Yes.
Okay, then she's just gonna look at him and just walk up to the and she'll look to the other door and go in the front door to sit with him if he's gonna
Mm-hmm.
drive.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, then she's totally just gonna sit up front with him.
Okay. Where are we going? Your house or
Oh, see, wherever it is that she and Malcolm had agreed to meet. I don't know. They have too many places.
okay, Margram's place?
Yeah, and she'll say that. And she'll just be like, what's on your mind? This is
Nothing.
as they're driving.
Nothing important.
That seems like bullshit. And she just looks at him very frankly because she's how comfortable she is with Dimitri.
It's just I do not appreciate certain things in the coronation.
I understand why you did that because clearly you were involved. I caught that look, and I didn't like it either. I just felt it was best to take one for the team at that point.
Countess, there's always a choice about your actions and the things that you wish to do. I understand that the I understand you did what you did and why you did.
It really wasn't the right time to pick a fight with him.
It's just sad that he does tries to do these things, knowing the consequence of his action.
On the other hand, he offered to let you stay in the room with us, as well as his knight. So it doesn't look like anything bad happened.
Yes,
And you witnessed. You know nothing happened.
I don't think anybody expected something to happen.
No, not like an attack. I just meant if he were going to make a move or something.
The whole thing was a move.
Yeah, but not like that. Because he certainly pulled rank on me a couple of times in there.
I'm not sure Margam is going to be happy.
Of course he's not. I wasn't really very happy about any of it either. But it is what it is, and he basically ordered me to do that. So I did. You know I have to.
Yeah.
Either way, I don't have to talk to him anymore today, so. Thanks for taking me back, though.
No problem at all.
I really would have gotten a cab.
He will slowly drive the car, and the car will slowly come in front of Markham's apartment.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, somewhere along the way there, she did text him to be like, I'm on my way.
Okay.
Yeah.
You didn't get a text back.
She doesn't?
Yeah, she doesn't get a text back.
She's going to look a little worried at that because that's not really normal.
Mm-hmm.
And she's going to look at Dimitri and be like, I hate to do this to you, but will you just at least walk me up? You don't I don't want you to come inside necessarily, but he hasn't texted back.
Maybe he's tired.
Maybe.
Will,
Just like 5 minutes.
of course.
Just to the door. That's it.
You go up to the apartment, the highest floor. You have the keys and you open the door.
Yeah, with Dimitri like behind her, she's literally not even going to make him come inside or ask him to come inside. She's just going to open the door.
You don't see anything weird. It's just Margam is sleeping at the couch.
She'll nod at this and she'll just kind of and she'll just turn around and be like, okay, yeah, he's just sleeping. Just wanted to make sure. It was weird.
I will leave, Baroness. I will leave, Countess.
Lainey's still okay in private, Dimitri.
Lainey.
She smiles and she's like, I'll see you later on tomorrow. Feel free to come in late. It's been a late night.
I will. He leaves, and you see like Mogham's waking up.
Yeah, she closes the door like behind her and locks it and just sort of flops down. Like if he's still laying there, she's just gonna join him laying on the couch.
Mm-hmm. His hand immediately goes to her like Billy, like he hugs her, and he says, "What time is it?"
Late. It's like 2:45 a.m.
She just keep you there for 2 hours.
Yep.
Did he try to flirt or something?
Nope. In fact, he pulled rank a few times, and we each had a guard in the room with us.
I trust you. I don't trust him.
Well, I mean, you definitely can't say proprieties weren't kept, considering that I had Dimitri there.
I know you had to me. I know. Even if he wasn't there, if you said that nothing happened, I would trust you.
I know.
It's just,
I'm just saying to the world though. Like
yeah,
the four of us went in and the four of us went out. You know?
I'm not happy about this guy.
I know. Not either, but I got to deal with him. I'm just going to keep him on a professional basis. He told me not to call him Your Grace, and I've been continuing to do so.
Yeah.
Hey, I mean, you pretty much did the same thing to me a long time ago.
Who?
You. You
Those
insisted
were
on calling me Baroness?
old times.
Yeah. I'm tired though. Even though I have stuffed myself with coffee, I think I'd need a gallon of it just to stay awake at this point.
Gonna sleep.
Yeah. I have like 10,000 readings this week.
I had a surprise for you.
Hmm. And she's like starting to pull like the bobby pins out of her hair so that that all the braids come, are starting to fall down her back
Mm-hmm.
because her hair has been pulled up this whole time and it's down now. It's like all just kind of cascading everywhere.
He like does this, and you see like there's a dinner table ready for her. But it's late.
Is he still wearing his work clothes, like the suit or whatever?
No, he's wearing like something else for her.
Comfortable, something
Yeah,
comfortable.
comfortable, but like something still really nice for her. It's obvious that he prepared. Like he made his hair and stuff like that.
He freshened up.
Yeah.
She'll just look at him and be like, "Just give me coffee, and everything will be fine." And she'll stand up and like offer him a hand.
Now he gets up. Is she leading him somewhere?
Yeah, to the table.
Okay. He gives her a coffee and he sits.
Yeah, like she's no idea what his plan is, but she's not going to ruin it. This whole night's been kind of wonky anyway.
You
It's
had
worth
questions.
staying up a while longer.
You had questions that you wanted to ask, so go ahead and ask.
Yeah. How did you get a hold of a Fiona treasure?
I made a thing of dreaming.
A deal?
No. I went in, fought a couple things, and found your treasure.
So you quested.
Yes.
Why did I just think that must have been very interesting since you're not a Fiona.
Well, I love a Fiona.
Yeah, I
Maybe,
mean, I
maybe
am the
dreaming,
best.
maybe dreaming saw my love.
Maybe they thought you were going to join Fiona.
No, I won't.
She just grins at him.
That blade is the blade of a duelist. It has Wayfarer, Dragon's Ire, and Summer on it.
That's interesting. I know a little Wayfair, but I don't have either of the other two things.
Actually, just a second.
She has Wayfair too.
Mm-hmm. Just a second. I'm checking something. Dun-dun-dun-dun. He says it has Dragon's Ire on it. Firstly, basically, what it does is it makes you harder to hit. It's a rapier. Rapier is a duelist weapon.
It is. Incidentally, it's also my preferred weapon, as you know that. As you know.
I do. Secondly, it has Wayfair. I was told that when you strike with that weapon, you strike twice. Very fast cuts.
Oh, wow.
You like it?
It's amazing.
He smiles.
Did you see that jewelry that Rancor made me?
I did. It's crazy.
He makes such good stuff.
And lastly, it has pyretics on it.
I feel like Dimitri should have this. She looks at that because I forgot to mention that because she did have it on the whole meeting and then probably like took. I'm going to assume she took it off when she came in the door
Mm-hmm.
and then probably set it down in a chair as she passed by to drop on Mogram.
It illuminates darkness.
So
With
fighting in
light.
the dark is easier.
Yes. It's a legendary treasure.
I can't believe you did that. I mean, you make it sound like nothing. Oh, I quested, fought a couple things, got it. And I feel certain that there's much more of a story to it than that. When did you get time to do this?
He doesn't say anything. He just like smiles to her.
I realize time is weird in there.
Love conquers all. That's all I'm gonna say.
Her eyes narrow at him.
What? I'm a still Sealy. I believe in Sealy code.
I didn't say that you didn't. I'm Sealy too.
You have more questions?
Mogram,
Yes.
I'm going to have a talk with God, whatever her name was again.
Mm-hmm.
The Ilunid that's in her retinue. Tomorrow.
Why? What did she do?
The two of you went behind my back. Actually, Dimitri was involved too, but considering that all he did was probably agree to go along with it and really didn't actually do anything. I don't like the fact that my people are going behind my back to do
Your,
something that might have really insulted the Duke.
your people didn't do anything behind your back.
Yeah, yeah, she did.
Listen, she didn't.
Really? Because did she not make the announcement?
No, it was the High Lady who pushed for it.
And is he going to know that? Is the Duke going to know that? Because it's still going behind my back, regardless of how it happened. You guys should have told me what you were doing.
And you were too busy dealing with the coronation.
That doesn't change the fact that someone who works for me went behind my back.
That person is working for your best interest.
No, they don't get to go behind my back. It makes me look like an idiot.
It didn't make you like an idiot. It made you look like someone who interested in saving his lovers. The way he looks, especially after that first dance thing.
So you're proposing that we spin this to make it look like I chose for this to happen?
I'm not proposing anything.
Because I didn't choose this. So the options are either they went behind my back, which
Are
is
you
what really happened.
are you okay with what happened? When it comes to, did you like the outcome?
I think put him in his place a little bit.
Then why? Because
Because no, they work for me.
Lainey,
How would you feel if somebody did did a completely unplanned insult on the Duke from behind your back?
Lainey, you're misunderstanding my point. Because if the insult, firstly, this wasn't an insult. This was a political move made by two houses to put this guy on his place because nobody's happy about what happened. Secondly, the people didn't go behind your back. They didn't think that they were betraying you. They would be
Except that they
blind. Listen, Lainey, listen. Listen and then talk. Firstly, they didn't go behind your back. You will say they did. They didn't.
Oh, so I knew about it?
No, Lainey, just because you didn't know about something, that doesn't mean that they were going behind your back to do this. You were busy with your coronation and people were whispering. So there need to be made a decision. Sometimes the people that you control will make a decision regarding your barony, regarding your county without you. It happens every day.
Yeah,
To
but
me,
this
to
was
Reeves,
public and it was right in front of me and I didn't know it was happening.
but
And this is someone who works for me. I planned this with her. This whole thing was she planned it, but with with me. Like she works for me.
Lainey,
Now,
she doesn't work
this
for me. She doesn't. She does work for you. But at the same time, what I'm trying to say is, you should judge your people by the outcomes of their actions, because that outcome actually makes you and
this
your relationship looks better in the eyes of people who
the
looks at us.
simple fact I know, you're right. You're right. It does make us look better, and that's fine. But what I'm saying is at any given point, you could have come up to me or she could have come up to me and said, "May I speak with you privately for a moment?" And I would have said, "Of course." And I would have listened. And I would
Lainey,
have known what was coming.
micromanaging is just going to get you in trouble.
This
That's
isn't
all
about
I'm going to say.
micromanaging. This is a big deal because this is the Duke.
That forgets his place regarding our relationship. And a friend who I actually gave you worked in our best interest, and you're just going to talk to her and say, don't do shit behind my back because she wasn't trying to do shit behind your back. She was
This
trying
was
to help you.
important. This is an important thing. If it's a small thing, yes, of course I trust her because I was told that I could trust her by you, and I trust you. However, she just went behind my back. She did not tell me what was happening, and that was important.
Lainey, if you tell a Slua that you went behind her back, she is going to take this personal.
Well, then she shouldn't go behind my back.
Lady, this wasn't going behind your back. This
But
was
it
her
was.
serving you.
I do not agree with you.
More questions? You said you had more.
Um, I was just referring to the one thing that I know of. But
You were going to ask about the mask, lady.
yeah, I kind of don't get the point.
So why do you think certain individuals wears a mask and certain people doesn't wear a mask?
Do you mean an actual physical mask, or do you mean
In your coronation, there were people who were wearing a mask. There were people who were not wearing a mask from House Island. Why do you think they were?
I have no idea because you are the House of Secrets.
Yes, Lainey, we were voting.
Voting for what?
Something. But,
Oh, see, she has to like.
yeah,
So let me do it.
go on. Difficulty is 9 and you have a 9.
She just looks at him and she's like, "You were using my ceremony, my coronation, as a chance to vote."
We use all the coronations and meetings as a secret way of voting. Yes,
Okay, then why can't you tell me what it was?
because it's secret. It's not something that an outside of a member should know. I had a magic on me that shows side of my face with a mask after I break it.
Well, apparently you then disagree with my new Baroness.
Yes,
Is this something that affects me?
no, not entirely. It affects actually everyone in the kingdom, probably.
Is there some point that you might be able to tell me what's going on?
Maybe in the future, who knows?
Fine.
Now, are you ready for a story?
I don't know.
When Vlad was being Vlad in the beginning, after I become a baron and I got my reeve, I had an idea, a brilliant idea, when we were resting at a bed. As a house, there were many problems in the past that we had done against the Fiend or against Vlad or House Gvidian putting us in our place, and nobody was happy about that. So, House, I set a new organization within my house. It's called Order of the Black Moon. It's an order that goes against the problems against the House Lunid's interest. It's widely known outside. I'm telling you because, you know, you're a countess now. You will probably be told this by tomorrow, by your high lady. The order is education. It teaches new individuals about what to do, how to do, in the best way the house can. And I am the leader of this order. That's why when the Vlad attacked, we had individuals who were extremely talented in combat because we were training them for a while. Now, as every house, Alunid has problems, internal problems as well, just like Fiona and Gwydion. And we're not happy about those problems, and we are trying our best to solve those problems. Mask, as much as you don't like it, is a symbol of leadership. I was given that treasure.
I didn't tell you to break it.
No, I did in anger, and it's fine. We found many things in Vlad's place that's not belong to Lad anyway. But what I'm telling you is that I am not just a baron. I have other things that is going on to help people and bring peace, prosperity, and union to everyone.
You were never just a Baron, Mockram.
What I was.
Someone with insight. Someone with a vision. Someone who is more than he seems.
He smiles. Now the Order of the Black Moon is growing to other houses. We're making peace and we're solving and helping other houses. We're trying to do our best to keep the Sealy houses powerful because we don't need Sealy versus unseelie fight or we don't need a common rebellion. So, as you can guess, the Gavidians are not happy. Therefore, they created the Overseers.
Yes, they are going to be present
Yeah, I
in
thought
my county.
he was going to give you those things. I knew it.
It's fine because I'm not going to let them be in on all of every meeting I do. They can certainly observe from out there, and that's fine, but I don't need to have them inside every meeting.
Exactly.
If I have to, I'll go and do the meeting somewhere else. To be
So,
honest, I don't like that freehold anyways. I miss my old freehold.
it's your freehold. It's the biggest, among the biggest freeholds in the entire fucking duchy.
I
OOC is
know.
a 5.3 freehold.
I know. I remember because I remember. She's like, I know, but it doesn't feel like mine. And don't correct me because I'm right. I know where my home is. It's not there.
You should get
But
used to your
it
new
doesn't
home.
matter. It's not my home.
You should
I
get
don't
used
think
to your new place then.
I will get used to it and I will do my job. But it is not my home.
So, you have more questions?
It's nearly 4 in the morning. I kind of think I need to sleep and come at this fresh because I have a meeting tomorrow. The first of many. Among all the many things that need to be done, the primary one is dealing with the High Lady. And the hardest one to figure out is what to do with the Adhene. But that will be later this week after I've gotten to meet, hopefully, with Jonathan.
Well, Jonathan seems to be a funny guy. As he says with a like distaste.
He must be effective or he wouldn't be where he is.
Effective and rude. Mocking tradition.
He's not a traditional person.
You're not a traditional person. You don't mock the tradition.
I'm not a red cap. And I grew up with around a lot of she, which most people didn't. I think
Let's
it's
go
time
back
for
to
bed. Yeah, I think we agree. And she's gonna start walking into the other room, like starting to like unzip her dress and stuff, because she just wants to get out of this crap.
he helps her. You know, High Lord Dice is dead.
Yes, I've heard.
Okay.
You guys seem to have more detail than the High Lady was willing to tell me tonight.
We don't have any detail as far as I know.
Well, someone was talking about 10 men I overheard as I walked over.
They were saying like 10 guy must have attacked him because the High Lord was really powerful.
Ah, well, maybe I'll learn more tomorrow. I don't know. Let's go to sleep.
If you say so.
She just looks at him.
He takes his shirt off, and will there be a moment we end our scene?
Yeah, that's probably a good plan.
Okay, thank you, players, for playing. Thank you guys for watching. See you next time.